Hello and welcome. My name is Kathy A. And today I am doing a collaboration with a great young lady down in the hills, down a few states away from me. Her name is SusieQ, and she and I have known each other for a little while. Her channel is very charming. She likes to sit on her porch, and she calls it Porch Settin Sunday, and it's stories about her life and growing up in the hills and things going on in her life. She also does makeup and she does some reviews on things. She's really funny. Now she doesn't know how to edit very well, so she just lets it go and the camera just picks up what it picks up, and I kind of like that. It's kind of really engaging that way. Now she and I were talking and we thought that we would do a collaboration about Easter, and I said, well, I'm not really doing anything for Easter this year, but I do bake and I do cook and I do make things, and maybe I can demonstrate something and maybe you can demonstrate something, and we'll kind of, you know, point to each other's video, and I think that'd be really nice. If you are visiting me from SusieQ's channel, hello and welcome. My name is Kathy A. I'm 65 and got divorced a couple of years ago. Second marriage. I can't get it right, I guess. I don't know. But I'm very happy being single. I'm enjoying it, and I work in an office, and I pay my bills. I, keep going. Even though I'm 65, I did get by, and it's really fun. So I do makeup reviews and hauls, and I take trips to places. I'll take you with me when I go shopping. Because I'm in the business of funerals and cemetery stuff, I did make a two-part video all about funeral planning, which was kind of interesting. I've also gone to fairs and events and taken you with me, and even a haunted graveyard. So this is a little bit, kind of still within my wheelhouse, but I generally like to do makeup reviews and lifestyle stuff. So what we decided to do is Susie's going to do something. She's going to bake something or make something that will go along really well with what I'm making. And today I'm going to show you, there's a bird right here. Today I'm going to show you how to make ice cream in a jar. And this is a real easy and fun little project to make. The ice cream comes out delicious, and it's amazing how easy it is. So we're going to do 5 different flavors of ice cream, and you just need a 16-ounce mason jar. You can pick them up right at the Dollar Tree if you live in the US, and it's a 16-ounce jar, straight jar, and I'll go over the details of it. I'm going to show you how to make ice cream from scratch, even a sugar-free ice cream. We're going to do vanilla, chocolate, sugar-free coffee, strawberry, and we're going to do cookies and cream at the end. So I hope you enjoy that, and I'll be back with you after I finish with the ice cream. Hello! I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. And today we're going to do a fun little project that you can do with little kids, or if you don't have any ice cream in the house and you don't want to go out somewhere, you can make it yourself really easy in a jar. Now first of all, you're just going to need a few basic ingredients, and what we're going to do is we're going to make 5 different types of ice cream. And we're going to use one basic recipe and then just alter it a little bit to make the different flavors. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about was the difference between heavy whipping cream and heavy cream. These are different products, and you have to read the ingredients carefully on the side of the box, because the ingredients may be completely different even from one whipping cream to another whipping cream. Usually the first ingredient in whipping cream is milk. and then there's some chemistry after it, and that's thickening agents. So it's milk with thickening agents. This particular one has some cream with thickening agents, and milk is also in here. So it is a different product than this. So even though you would think whipping cream is good for whipped cream, it's not the same thing as heavy cream. So for a richer tasting ice cream, I would actually recommend that you get the heavy cream. Now these are expensive, but one carton like this, it's a pint, will make 2 8 jars. It'll do 2 jars of ice cream. So you got to factor that in with the $3 or $4, whatever this costs in your grocery store. Right now it's a little expensive. So you figure about $1.50 for each ice cream is what this is going to cost. This is the most expensive item in your ice cream. So we're going to make some with both, but for my main one, for the vanilla ice cream, we're actually going to use the heavy cream. And we're just going to use 1 cup of heavy cream. And 1 cup is 8 ounces. And we're just going to take these, and you can get these jars at the Dollar Tree. When you get them home, they've got a screw top lid, and they've got a flat top like a canning jar. That's what these are, basically mason jars. Make sure you wash and dry these before you use them. So the first thing you're going to do is just add your 1 cup of cream to the jar. And then we need 3 tablespoons of regular sugar. So I have some regular sugar here. One, 2, 3. And then we're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And use a pure vanilla when you're making these ice cream, because it really does make a difference. The artificial vanilla has some properties in it that have a vanilla taste, but they're really not the same as using a real vanilla. So we're just going to use a teaspoon of vanilla. Pour that in there. And then just a pinch of salt. I would say I actually have a measure that's a pinch of salt, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna put the top on, and then we're gonna screw the lid on the top. You're gonna set your phone or set a timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so I have 5 minutes, and then what we're gonna do is we're going to shake this for 5 minutes. Now it feels like a liquid, you know, it feels a little heavy. Just going to do this. Now when you're doing this with a little kid, you can have them, you know, count to 10 or whatever. It's kind of fun. This is taking the place of stirring it with the ice, you know, remember the rock salt and all that stuff on the outside. This is your ice cream maker right here. You can find creative ways to shake as long as you're shaking and moving it around for 5 minutes. Okay, so now we've got about 20 seconds left, and you're going to feel a total change in it. It actually starts flopping around rather than a liquid sound, and you'll know that you're getting close. Now one thing to know is to never get anything smaller than a 16-ounce jar. It has to be 16 ounces, because when this gets all its ingredients in it and you shake it, it expands. There we go. That's 5 minutes. Okay, so now just to make sure that it's okay, you'll see that it has the consistency of melted ice cream. It should coat the back of a spoon when you put it in, and it does. Very good. You can see it's on the thing there. It smells wonderful. Okay, so we're going to put this in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. And we're going to take it out, shake it again a little bit, and then put it back in. And that will keep it from settling funny or having ice form on the top. Our next ice cream is going to be chocolate. Now for chocolate, we're going to use some unsweetened cocoa, and we're going to use that very same recipe. So let's do chocolate. And I'm going to try a different shaped jar this time. I want to see, because they recommend, you know, in all the recipes, they recommend straight on the sides. But I want to see if this one will work. So I'm going to try the chocolate in this one. So same thing, we're going to need 1 cup of cream. Which is 8 ounces. And put that right there in the jar. And we're going to put 3 tablespoons of sugar. One teaspoon of vanilla. 1 pinch of salt. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa. That's going to give us that nice chocolatey flavor. 1, 2. And this is going to be chocolate ice cream. So here we go again. We're going to cover this up and we're going to shake it for 5 minutes. Okay. Here we go. Now as we finish up here for the chocolate in this odd shaped glass, I do feel the same, there we go. So I do feel the same texture here, but there is a difference in it. Okay. Oh, it smells wonderful. So that's looking good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these into the refrigerator, and I'll have you see how I'm doing that. Make sure your freezer is set to near the higher setting. Mine goes to 7, I think. So I'm going to keep my freezer between 5 and 6 so that it freezes it okay. Okay, just a little bit of a shake. And we're going going to open up the freezer. I think I'm going to put this right back here. And we're going to put the chocolate right back here. And we're going to set the timer for 20 minutes. And then we'll take them out and shake them again. And then freeze them for 4 hours. So we are back, and we are going to make a sugar-free ice cream. This time we're going to make a coffee ice cream that's made with the spoonable Splenda. So we're going to do a very similar recipe. You can use instant coffee or espresso powder, and we're going to use the whipping cream. So we're going to use our jar with our lid. And once again, we're going to use the same amount, 1 cup of the whipping cream, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, we're going to use 3 tablespoons of the spoonable Splenda. Now this is a different than regular Splenda in the packets. This one is granulated differently, so it's measure per measure, the same as regular sugar. So I'm just substituting the sugar for the spoonable one here. And we're going to use a teaspoon of, if you have instant coffee or espresso powder, completely up to you. And just a pinch of salt. I'm going to put the coffee lid on. And we're going to shake for 5 minutes. Here we go. All right, so now we've gotten out here. You can smell the coffee, but I definitely think you have to use instant coffee and not espresso powder, because what happened is just the little particles of espresso powder are distributed through the ice cream. So I don't know how well this is going to come out, but we'll put this in the freezer, and we've got some fun ones coming up next. Now we're going to make strawberry ice cream this time, and we're going to use strawberry jam. But we're going to do it in 2 parts. We're going to do the shaking halfway, and then we're going to add the jam and continue with the shaking and then put it in. So as before, we've got 1 cup of the whipping cream, pour that right in there. Teaspoon of vanilla. Three tablespoons of sugar. And a pinch of salt. Okay. So we're going to shake it now for just about 2 minutes, and then we're going to add 1/2 cup of strawberry jam. I think it's not wise to use a jelly. I'd say the preserves is your better choice. So this is getting nice and incorporated, and it's slightly thicker, so when we add the strawberry, I think it's going to mix a lot easier that way. Pull that off, and we're going to put the strawberry in. And this is just any old strawberry preserves. I think these are from Aldi. Yeah, I think these are from Aldi, so it just looks like that. I'll put the top on, and we're going to shake. Wipe this off. Oh, that looks good. All right. So we're going to put this into the freezer, and we're going to finish up with cookies and cream. Now this last flavor is cookies and cream, and this is going to be a lot of fun. I just picked up one of these little mini Oreo packs. They're like $1.29 or so, and I'm just going to take I don't know, I would say, what is that, about a half cup? Yeah, about a half cup or so. That's probably too much, but this is a very satisfying process. I'm going to take a meat or a hammer, meat mallet, and I'm going to slam this and break up all these little Oreos. Going to break them up. It's about a half cup there. So these are broken up little mini Oreos. So that's going to be the basis. Now you can also make chocolate chip by using like 1/3 of a cup of mini chocolate chips, or even chocolate chunks if you want to go that route. And we're going to make our ice cream the same way, with a cup of the cream. Pour it in there. And we're going to do something similar to what we did with the strawberry, where we're going to shake it first to get it going, and then we're going to add after we've shaken it a bit to incorporate and make it a little thicker. So when we add the cookies or the chocolate chips or the peanut butter cups, whatever it is you want to add, that it'll mix better. Everything will be incorporated. Here's our teaspoon of vanilla. Three tablespoons of sugar. Pinch of salt. And we're going to shake this for about a minute or so, just to get it incorporated and slightly thick. So just put this on, put 2 minutes, just going to shake it up. Okay. So now we're going to add in, you can do it by sight. I'm going to add in your cookies and cream here, your Oreos. All right. You don't want to overfill this jar. You want at least 1/4 of it to be empty. So you can see that in there close this up. And of course, like with regular ice cream, once you take it out of the freezer after it's frozen, you let it set for about a minute or so to soften up a little bit, and then you just scoop it out of there into your serving bowl. I would not recommend eating it out of the jar because it is glass, and I think it's a better idea to put it in a serving dish to eat it that way. Then you can add toppings to it, sprinkles, butterscotch sauce, whipped cream. Make yourself a little sundae. So this makes about 3 servings, I would say. So, you know, if it's just 2 of you and a child, or 3 kids, you could split this 3 ways. If it's you and another adult, maybe just split it in half. You each have 8 ounces, which is a cup of ice cream, which is a lot. I think the average serving is supposed to be what? 3/4 of a cup or 2/3 of a cup? I don't know. That's what they say. Okay, well, I can see some nice cookies and cream here. You want to keep shaking it, turning it upside down, make sure all of the cookies aren't settled in one area. And you can use graham crackers and peaches, make peach ice cream. You can use pineapple and oranges for orange pineapple. I mean, you really can get creative. And you can substitute that spoonable Splenda, you can substitute it for the regular sugar. And you can make sugar-free ice cream for those folks who have problems with sugar. So we're going to put this into the freezer. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I look at. And this is what the cookies and cream looks like. It looks pretty good to me. Wow, neat. Okay, so we're going to open the freezer up and stick that here. So we're going to shake our vanilla, shake our chocolate, shake our coffee, shake our strawberry. All right, so we got vanilla, chocolate, coffee, strawberry, and cookies and cream. Yummy! We'll see you guys in 4 hours. So we are back, and it is the next day actually, we have vanilla, chocolate, espresso, strawberry, and cookies and cream. So what I thought I would do is scoop out a little, make a little sundae, and also taste test each of the others and let you know what's going on with this. The first thing I did notice is that the ice cream did expand up a little bit, and so it filled right to the brim of each of these. Here's the vanilla. And I'll just let you, I don't know if you can. Now the chocolate in this container was a little tough, but it did work. There's the chocolate. There's the espresso, and I had added chocolate chips to try to help it along. It's a messy looking one. Definitely would not recommend the espresso. Definitely use a powder. And this is the strawberry. And I did notice that the ice creams made with the whipping cream were softer than the ones with the heavy cream. And there is the cookies and cream. Ooh, that looks good. All right, so let me just take a taste here. This is the strawberry. You never know I made it. Really good. Strawberry tastes like store-bought strawberry ice cream. Now the cookies and cream. Now the cookies are still crunchy, but I have a feeling if you leave it in the refrigerator for a while, they will eventually soften up a little bit. Now let's try a little bit of this coffee. It's a strong espresso sort of flavor. It's not coffee-like, so I definitely would recommend that the instant coffee, you use a teaspoon of that instead of the espresso powder. But the sweetness is perfect with that Splenda. So this was the sugar-free one. And then the chocolate. Very, very good. So I'll have to say the strawberry and the chocolate and the vanilla were my favorite. But actually I like the cookies and cream too. I really think the only one that wasn't a hit was the one made with espresso beans. Yeah, and with the chocolate chips they didn't settle right. And I also recommend that you use heavy cream and not whipping cream because it didn't work out very well. So let's see, let's put a little butterscotch on here. A little whipped cream, a little whipped cream, some sprinkles, and there we have it. A gorgeous little sundae. Enjoy. So how was that? Was that fun? Yeah, I think it's a really nice project to do, especially if you have some young children in the house, and even if you don't, you know, if you're like, oh geez, I could really use some chocolate ice cream, you know, you just get yourself some whipping cream or some heavy cream, and you can make your own, a whole pint of it there. And you should be able to divide that up into, you know, 2 or 3 portions, unless you're me, probably. So I live in Connecticut, and the trees right now are just budding, and it's early morning. It's about 7:30 or 8. It's Good Friday when I'm filming this, and I was listening to the birds. There's a lot of birds around here, and there's woods behind me that we hear turkeys and coyotes and all the different birds. I have one that I'm particularly fond of, is a mockingbird, and he doesn't know how to sing very many songs. I think he only knows 2 songs, and he sings them both over and over again. But today it was kind of funny. I was listening to him this morning, and one of the other birds answered him. And I think, I wonder if that's a girlfriend for him finally, you know, because he was here last year, and he just sang and sang and sang his heart out. I don't think he ever got a girlfriend last year, but this year I think he did. Oh, anyway. So she said, why don't you tell an Easter story? And I was trying to think, do I have any Easter stories? My family, when I was growing up, they weren't churchgoers, and so Sunday was just a day we slept in. So it wasn't really a holiday that we celebrated any big time. We didn't go to church or anything. So one of the most memorable Easters I had was, as an adult, I used to make the big family dinners. And when I was married to my first husband, this was in the 90s, my mom was not well, and we knew that she had a time limit because she had colon cancer. And so I decided to have a big dinner with her, my husband at the time, his mom, and then my brother and his wife were visiting from Australia, and his daughter was visiting from New Zealand. So we had quite a big household, and I decided to do an egg hunt. And I put candies in each of the little plastic eggs, and I hid them all over the backyard. And in one egg, I put a strip saying, "You're doing the dishes." And everybody was, you know, they all had little baskets that they could go and collect eggs with. And these were all adults going out in the backyard. They had so much fun. There was a lot of laughing and kidding and joking around. And everybody got eggs. And I had put the strip saying, "You're doing the dishes," in a purple egg, because my mother's favorite color was purple. And it was kind of a joke that she would get the wash the dishes one. But wound up, she did get it, and my husband's mother washed the dishes with her. And it's a real special moment to remember for me. So this Easter, I have a stack of books. I think I might rent that movie with Brendan Fraser in it, The Whale. I might watch that. I think I'm just going to enjoy the day off. And I think a lot of people are in that position. It's one of those holidays where they say, "What you doing for Easter?" You know, you got the family coming or whatever. And it's like, if you don't have that situation, you know, we're not like the Waltons, all of us. We feel almost like we have to defend ourselves on this. And it's a day that I'm just going to relax and enjoy my time, you know. I am not going to worry about having to make something, or having to worry about guests coming, or fixing anything, or cleaning anything, or, you know, putting anybody up for the night. I mean, I just am going to relax and enjoy the day. And I hope if you're in that situation, you enjoy your day as well. But I sure do hope you go over and visit SusieQ's channel now after you watch this, and tell her I said hello, because it's just really charming. And you know, since Easter's sort of a family thing, she's part of my virtual family, and so we're sharing this with you today and together. And I wish you all a very happy holiday and happy spring. Take care. Toodles.